When it comes to Gen Z in school, there are a few key aspects to consider. Gen Z is known for being tech-savvy, adaptable, and socially conscious. We grew up with smartphones and are comfortable navigating the digital world. In school, we tend to value collaboration, diversity, and hands-on learning experiences. We are also passionate about making a positive impact on the world. With the help of AI, we can explore how Gen Z's unique characteristics are shaping the educational landscape. My name's Addie Clayton, and that was all written by AI. Today, I'm joined with my co-host,
Ethan Tolbert,
Natalie Jones,
and Haley Ruth. And you're watching
Young Minds.
You can do it.
Today we are going to discuss how artificial intelligence such as ChatGPT has impacted Gen Z's education. The age of AI is quickly taking over and students are learning to adapt to this growing technology.
So how do you guys feel about this rise?
I personally believe it's mostly negative. I think it can definitely be used for good. However, I think it's very easy to abuse and take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, I personally believe that it has benefited me as a student personally in like a lot of ways. It's expanded a lot over the past few years, and it can really help with personalized learning and independent study. Also, as someone who grew up with technology with the rest of my generation, I think it's really been an easy transition to helping us expand our learning.
I think that's definitely a fair point. However, I think AI and ChatGPT specifically has not been developed enough to really allow students to learn certain competencies like independent thinking and language expression skills.
That is a great point. I think that's just something we're going to have to figure out how to overcome. But AI can also be used to help students when their teacher isn't available. So although Gen Z prefers learning from teachers or professors, AI can also help enhance our learning. It also promotes independent learning, like Haley said before, which is something Gen Z values. I read an article earlier this week called From Gen Z Identity Lab, and it had a lot of great stuff about positives.
Kind of touching on to the independent learning, I feel like there seems to be a lack of interaction between the student and teacher. I had read an article and just kind of over some statistics, and the National Library of Medicine had found that 82% of learning is nonverbal, and AI being a thing, it reduces this kind of a communication between the student and teacher, which I think is valuable in a student's emotional growth.
That is a very valid point, Natalie. I definitely will have to read into that article. But another point is that teachers are coming up with programs to help detect AI. The AI detection business is growing rapidly over the past couple of years as it's been seen as like more commonly used. It's an important step in adapting to the changing world, and you can't get rid of AI, so you might as well make the most of it.
I think even with AI detection programs, that brings even more challenges. It's just putting more work on teachers and schools because more teachers are having to put more work to monitor their students to make sure they don't use AI. And it's another expense for schools because they're having to invest in these AI detection programs.
That is true, but AI is also helping them grade, which makes up for time spent monitoring work. AI has learned to analyze patterns in order to understand how well a student understands their work. And also another thing is multiple choice work is easier to grade. AI can help identify weaknesses and gives generated feedback. Teachers and students can also use AI to help with faster decision making, and this can allow for more efficiency in the classroom.
Although that is a valid point, Addie, I believe that students are learning to abuse this to help them cheat on their assignments. There was a survey that I had seen a couple of weeks ago in statistics that 1,000 students across 4 colleges found that 30% of their students had been using AI to cheat on their assignment, which I feel like is a very big issue.
And I think just as some closing thoughts, AI is definitely becoming more prominent in society, and we as a society are having to adapt to this changing world, especially in the education field. I think it's going in a very different direction than we've seen in the past before, and it's going to be different than anything we've ever seen. There are definitely certain issues that we're going to have to cover, like plagiarism and social interaction, which I think are roadblocks in order to see success in classrooms for using AI. However, if there is a happy medium between human interaction and using AI like ChatGPT, we can use it to cover our full potential.
Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of
Young Minds.